Hello everyone, it is me, Sabrina the Princess Fusion, back again. And today I'm going to be giving you guys an update for TAPIF. So, as some of you know, I got accepted in around April-ish, yeah. And I finally, after 4 months, got my arrêt de nomination, that is. So, backtrack just a little bit. What an arrêt is a document that you receive via the post mail, because email apparently isn't a thing, but whatever, that states where you will be working for the next 8 months. So I knew what academy that I was going to be in, Montpellier, but I didn't know what town I'd actually be in. And so when I received my arrêt, which was mid-August, I was told I'd be in Montpellier itself. So woo, yay for that. I'm so happy, as someone that has lived in Paris and loves the inner city, which I requested to be, more so in the city, to actually get that. So I got pretty much everything that I requested. So 2 thumbs up for that. So you're probably asking, okay, you got your arrêt, so what do you do now? That's what I'm going to talk about today, you guys. It is called the good old visa. So if you're an American citizen, which I am, I had to get a visa, a long-stay visa, and my closest consulate is Chicago, so somebody from up north. That was a little bit of an inconvenience, but c'est la vie. What you gonna do about it? So I want to explain a little bit about that, because even though I had done it before in the past for study abroad, it was still a really intimidating process. And it's good just to double check that you're doing everything right. So here it goes. There are really 4 requirements that you need for a long stay visa as an assistant. What you're going to do when you go on that lovely website, you're going to look for, it is type D, and it says for assistant de langue, and then, or teacher's aide. That is you. That is me. That is us. Okay? So the 4 things that you need is, number 1, identity forms. Number 2, application. Number 3, your arrêt de nomination. And number 4, your OFII form. So I'll just explain briefly what each of those means, because for me, I didn't know until I looked on the internet for some of those on other websites what really that meant. So number 1, your identity forms. This means your passport. Just your passport. You don't need really your driver's license unless when you're checking in to your appointment, just validating who you are. You can either use your passport or your driver's license for that. But what they really mean by identity pages is your passport, and then just to make photocopies of that. Now, some of the consulates have requirements for your photocopies, what the sizes are. I just printed different sizes. I did black and white and color, just to be on the safe side. French people love photocopies, and the first one they didn't mind. You do not need to copy your driver's license. I didn't know that identity pages. I was like, what is that? It is a passport. So you're welcome. Your application, you can either do it, there is a French version or an English version. They don't care. It's going to ask you questions such as, if you've ever been to France before. If you've studied abroad, you have to say yes, and where you lived, write down your school. You don't actually have to do your homestay for that. Other questions that I always got about the application form, let's say for your income. If I had a summer job, so I wrote down what my current job was at the moment, and saying that how I'm going to be living. Some people are like, oh, you have to bring in your bank statement. Sure, you can bring that in as an extra thing, but what they really want to know is if you have enough. So I said my personal savings plus my TAPIF stipend. That would be what I would be using. Remember also for dates, you have to do the French way for dates. So let's say, for example, I am born December 18th, 1993. On a typical American form, when I'm doing things, it's going to be 12/18/1993. The French system, what they want you to do is write your date, the date of your birth. So that's 18, your month, 12, and then 1993. Just a little bit reverse, just the middle and the front. reverse that. So remember to have that correct. Bring copies of that application form as well if you're a little bit concerned. I always like to do it in English rather than French, just because it's paperwork. And even though my French is, I have great French, I'd rather do it in English just in case, and just see if there's, any discrepancy that you're not reading it wrong for it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else for the application. Those are really the big questions that I always got for the application forms, is that. If you have any relatives, write that down. That will be helping you. When it comes to where you will be staying, you write down what school you are in for that. Rather than, because a lot of us don't know where we're living. I have no idea. I'm going to be at an Airbnb for a little bit or a hotel. So, yep. And then you're going to have your arrêt de nomination. Some people had that, such as myself. I had that actually emailed to me because I did not receive that on time, rather than your physical copy. So just make multiple copies of that. Sometimes they will ask you, I didn't have that this experience, but they'll ask for the original copy of the arrêt de nomination. So have that in mind, that you need to make extra copies for that, just in case. And then you're going to do the top portion of the OFII form. And they will give you back the completed version once you get your visa back. For me, I went to the Chicago consulate. Today is September, 12th or 13th right now. And I went on August, we'll say 25th or 26th. And I got it back I went on a Thursday and I got it back on Monday. You're going to have it in a FedEx. You can, USPS, United Postal Service. Okay? Don't judge me, people. It's really who uses the mail nowadays. Unfortunate reality. You can only use the United States Postal Service's express mail. Double check. I double checked before I went to my appointment, because it is literally right across the street from the consulate, to have that tracking, because I double checked and they didn't give me the right tracking information before. It is $20 for the envelope and $20 for the tracking, which is a lot, but hey, it's your passport and you need that little sucker to go to France. So again, c'est la vie. Next, what you need to know is, what are your steps after you get your passport back with that lovely visa? And that's what I'll be talking about primarily on the next thing, but just to give you a little bit of a preview, what I'll be talking about on my next vlog is a little bit about what you have to do after, that good old waiting game. I'll be talking about flights, and then really, contacting your school and everything. This is my first time doing TAPIF. Of course, I'm not an expert, but I want to give you all my tips that I have gone through at this moment for future and current assistants de langue, so that, we can do this together and huddle, because it is a really stressful but really fun thing that we're doing. So let's go on this journey together. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and if you have any questions, feel free to message me below. I do have a blog that I'll be linking also down that explains a little bit more in the less of a rambly form what is happening. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Have a great day. Bye.